Udah, jago bafengawa.
Welcome to Star Wars Cribs. My name is Mike Kurtz.
Hi, my name is Mike. I'm 30 years old. I live in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Welcome to my Star Wars crib. I've always been a Star Wars fan since I was a kid. The movies came out '77, I was 2, and I remember when A New Hope was re-released, my father took me to see that, took me to see Empire and Jedi in the theater. My two favorite characters were always Yoda and Wicket the Ewok. I don't know, maybe just that they were the ones that you looked at that didn't expect them to be as important as they were. I got back into Star Wars collecting in '95 with a reissue of the Power of the Force 2 line. I was at Walmart and saw some of the figures, and I remembered having them when I was a kid, and I decided that I'd just pick up a couple here and there, you know, like everybody else started. And after 5 or 6, then the hunt started to get them all, and today I have every single carded figure from the Power of the Force line to current. And I also have, a majority of them I have doubles that are loose and displayed on my walls. When people ask me what my collecting focus is, I always joke and say two things, Star Wars and Star Wars. For a long period of time, I collected anything that said Star Wars on it. I've got Band-Aid boxes, I've got paper towels, I have pretty much anything. One thing that I like to do is I like to get any type of promotional material. I have banners, displays, Burger King watch display, Call Upon Yoda, the Pepsi promotion that they did for Revenge of the Sith. I have a lot of merchandise from that. Summer 2004, I had the opportunity to go to Walt Disney World during the Star Wars weekends, and I mentioned to Mike Morosi that I would really like to get an autograph from Warwick Davis, and it turned out that Warwick Davis, who played Wicket, was actually going to be there during the weekend I was there. And I kind of twisted Indy's arm and asked him to draw me a picture of Wicket, and he drew me this picture here, and I had Warwick sign it during the Star Wars weekend, and Warwick was so impressed with it that he just didn't want to let go of it. He wanted to keep it for himself. This is one of my most prized possessions. It was a Christmas gift last year from Terry. It's a custom sketch card from Grant Gould, who is a Star Wars artist and was featured at Celebration 3 in the artist room. This is actually a piece from his portfolio that he used on his website. It's a one-of-a-kind piece that was pretty much a prototype promo item that he was using for his portfolio, and I own it. A lot of people have always asked me where I get my stuff. Some people call it junk. I refer to it as collectibles. I'm a very big fan of going to yard sales, garage sales, and flea markets. I was able to pick up an Empire Strikes Back Yoda costume for $1 at a yard sale. This person only paid $5.95 for it. I got it for $1. I say that's a good deal. I picked up a lot of my my vintage loose figures at flea markets, garage sales, collectible shows. One of my unique items is a Slurpee glass of Yoda's head. And one of the oddest things to see is somebody drinking out of Yoda's head with a straw.
Probably the first time I met Mike, he had me come over to his parents' house. He had told me that he had a collection. And I'm thinking, you know, 3 or 4 figures, maybe 10. And then he starts pulling out all these crates. And there was multiple of the same figure, but he told me that the back of the number, there was a SKU number on the back, and the SKU number was different. So he had to have multiple ones. Like this was an 01, whereas the other one was 02 on the back. I knew then I was kind of in trouble from that point on. Every month I get the call to come downstairs so I can look at Rebel Scum to see all the new figures that are coming out. Whenever I'm going to school, whenever I'm going shopping, or if I'm just out to go to the post office, it's always, you know, there's a Target and a Walmart, can you stop? I mean, he has them pretty much mapped out from here to DC. And now it's worse with the Star Wars group because not only do I have toys for Mike to look after, but now there's a list of guys that I have to find figures for them too. As a matter of fact, this morning before Frank came over, he had me come and go to Walmart to see if there were any figures coming. This is what I picked up. Star Wars figures, fresh from this morning, and my receipt says $125. And I find out that he has the figures but needs them to open. That doesn't mention the Target that I also had to stop at. Because, you know, I have to find the ones with Yoda on the back, and now I also have to find ones with silver people on the back so we can do mail-aways or something. I don't know. Pretty crazy.
One of my favorite pieces in my collection is the life-size Tebow made by Ron, a member of the DCSWCC. It was given to me as a gift at one of our meetings. As you can see, it's realistic, everything from the teeth to the eyes. Ron hand sculpted everything, every aspect of Tebow, and it's so realistic. Every time I have somebody come over and they don't know it's there, so when they come in, they kind of jump back a little bit because they think it's real. Back in August of 2003, I decided to try to start a group of collectors in the area. After going to the stores and never finding any figures on the peg, I knew that there had to be somebody out there who was collecting figures also. And I was really surprised. I decided just to start a Yahoo group and see how it'd go. I thought, you know, late August, maybe we'll have 25 people by the end of the year. August 18th, I officially created the DCSWCC. By August 19th, it was publicized on the major collecting websites, and by August 20th, we had 50 members. I was really blown away by everything that's happened with the group, how quickly it's built, how strong we are, and the positive force we've done in the fan community. It's always good to know that when people move to the area, they know that there's a group of collectors, a group of fans here that they can come to meet once a month and hang out and just talk Star Wars. This is a friend of mine, Dr. Bear, the mascot of the Children's Hospital. In 2004, we did a charity pen fundraiser of Yoda holding the Washington Monument as a lightsaber. We presented a check for almost $3,000 to the Children's Hospital. This will always remind me of the help that the Children's Hospital does for kids all over the world, and also what we've done for our community. At Celebration 3, the DCSWCC, the Ohio Star Wars Collecting Club, and the Pennsylvania Star Wars Collecting Society did a joint patch of 3 different wedges when joined together form Vader's head. I came up with the idea and shot it over to the 2 presidents, the other 2 groups, and after much debate, we finally came up with a design that we all agreed upon. This is the original concept for the 2004 DCSWCC t-shirt, again drawn by Andy Morosi. But since I'm a big Yoda fan, I talked Mike into giving me the original concept sketch. So now it's part of my collection. One of the most recent additions to my collection are my only 2 carded Ewok figures, which were acquired through a transaction with Pat Jr. Thank you, Orange Leader. One of my most cherished possessions in my collection is the silver Ewok statue that was given to me by the members of the DCSWCC to celebrate our 1-year anniversary in August 2004. This statue was built by Pat Shear Jr. This will always remind me of the good times and good friends I've had with the DCSWCC. Thanks for coming out, checking out my collection. As my trusty Burger King Yoda tells me, it's time to go. See y'all next time. You're gonna have to edit so much of this stuff out. Always as a kid, I was always attracted to 2 different characters. Attracted's not a good word. Next to me is my friend Tebow. That was a gift from... Next to me is Tebow, a fuzzy little creature from hell. No matter what happens in my life, I look at this and I always know that I have friends, and that sounds really cheesy. I always look at this, and always know of the good memories I've had with the DCSW.
It's your damn group.
I know. And the future that will become, yeah. I'm not even going to try to push any more of that. This is a very special friend of mine. It's Dr. Bear. I didn't even realize you were in the picture. Let's try it again. Did you just fart? This is a friend of mine, Dr. Bear, from Children's... Yeah, let's try this again. This is my friend, Dr. Bear.
Hi, Dr. Bear.
And always remind me of what Children's Hospital does for kids all around the world.
The very first 6 times we hung out, we saw Star Wars Episode 1 in the movie theater. That was like the first 6 things that we did. And even though there were other movies playing, it didn't matter that I wanted to see them. I just wanted to see Star Wars.
Lisa thinking it's time to go.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm out. Goodbye. See y'all at C4, San Diego. Thanks, Frank.